Hey everybody, welcome back. Mrs. Clammer here. So today we're going to get started on creating our microplanet project. So up until this point, you should have saved all the images that you plan on using for this project. You can always add more once we get started, but you should have a solid basic folder of images that you plan on using. So today we are going to create a new document on Photoshop. It should be 8.5 inches by 11 inches. And we are also going to be creating the planet itself. So we are going to be using the elliptical marquee tool for that. And we are going to use a radial gradient. And we are also going to apply our chosen texture image onto our planet. So your texture could be grass, sand, water, it could be fire, so any sort of texture that you want your planet to have. So I'm going to go over to Photoshop, and I have my document already created. It's 8.5 inches by 11 inches, and I also made sure to title it. So mine is called Microplanet Beach because my planet's going to have a beach theme. And I also opened my texture image. So this is a separate file that I opened up. And mine is kind of waves and sand together. I thought that might be cool to try out. But like I said, your texture could just be water. It could just be grass. But I wanted to try this combo to see what it looked like. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have my layer selected on my document here. Yours might say background layer because that's what it typically would say when you create a new document. I just went ahead and labeled mine already. And we are going to start off by using the elliptical marquee tool. So you want to make sure it's right under your move tool that you have that selected, the elliptical marquee. And you are going to draw a circle that fits kind of in the middle of your document, but you still have enough room to add things around your planet. The next thing you need to do is select your gradient tool. It could be found underneath your paint bucket tool. And you want to make sure you have the radial gradient selected. It's going to be at the top of your toolbar, and it's going to look like it has like a little circle inside of it. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is select the color. So this is at the bottom of your toolbar. And I chose my colors based off of my texture image here. So I tried to pick something that was this light blue, and then I also picked kind of this darker blue color. So you want to make sure you have a light and a dark version of the same color. And then you are going to apply your gradient tool going diagonally across your circle. So as you can see, it looks like a sphere already. It has the light source hitting it at the top left corner here, and then it gets darker at the bottom right. The next thing we're going to do is deselect our selection here. So deselect. And we are going to apply our texture image over this. So I already have mine on here, but I will show you how to do that step here. So I have this file already open. I just right-clicked on the layer, did duplicate layer, and you can change the destination so it goes straight to your project. So you would just select the project you want it to move to and hit OK. But for the sake of time, I have mine here. It's ready to go. I had to resize my image using the transform tool. So that's edit and then free transform. And I kind of rotated it and resized it so that it would fit where I wanted it to go. So over here on my layers panel, I'm going to relabel this layer texture. And I'm going to hide that layer for just a moment. And next I'm going to go to my planet gradient layer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just hid my texture layer so you can't see it. and I selected my planet gradient layer. And I'm going to use my quick selection tool here to select my sphere. Now I'm going to go back up and reselect my texture layer. And I'm going to make sure it's visible and that the texture layer is selected. And I'm going to apply a layer mask. So this is going to be at the bottom of your layers panel. It is a square with a little circle inside of it. So now, as you can see, my texture layer fits perfectly over my planet gradient. So this is where we're going to pause the video for now, and you can go ahead and complete those steps.